Hey guys, this is Samir for ThinkDigit, and today we have with us the Asus Fonepad 7. This is an upgrade to last year's Asus Fonepad. Now, it is pitched against the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3, which we recently saw. Coming to the specifications of the tablet, it has a 7-inch IPS display with a 1280 by 800 pixel resolution. It's available in two colors, black and white. The review unit we received is white, but there's a black one available as well. Under the hood, it is powered by the Intel Clock Trail Plus Z2560 dual-core processor clocked at 1.6 GHz, 1 GB of RAM, 16 GB built-in storage, expandable via microSD card. The rear has a 5 megapixel camera and there is no flash. The front has a 1.2 megapixel camera for video chatting. You have the microSD card slot, volume rocker, power button on the right. You have the SIM card slot on the left. A micro SIM card is used in the device. It works as a phone. For the rest of the design, you have the speaker grills in front, so it has stereo sound, which works really well, especially if you use it in landscape mode to watch videos and play games. The build of the device is a little less when compared to the predecessor. You have a plastic back, whereas the previous one had a more metal body. Nonetheless, it feels quite comfortable in your hand. The display, though being 7 inches, which is the same size as a lot of other tablets available in the market, it looks slightly smaller because the bezel around is thick. So overall, we think the design is good, but the previous iteration, of course, was better. Coming to its performance, in its benchmark scores, it has scored really well. The user interface is very smooth. You have Asus's skin overlaying the Android 4.2 Jelly Bean operating system. Now, you can either simply unlock the device or you have shortcut abilities to go to a bunch of apps from the lock screen, which we've seen on a lot of devices. You'll immediately notice that there's a skin very similar to what we've seen on other Asus tablets. You have access to the floating apps as well. You could have a bunch of these apps running in a smaller screen on top of the display, and you could be working in the background as well. It showcases true multitasking capabilities. There are about 36 apps that you can put in the small quick launcher window that you have here. You can also access the complete list of apps. The list of apps is the same that we've seen on the last Asus Fonepad tablet. The same 37 apps are here, and it's nice to have these apps as a little small screen on the device. Coming to its other performance capabilities, as you can see, it is really smooth. The interface, be it in multitasking, in a lot of ways we found that the tablet worked really well. It's only when we try to play videos in the pop-out menu, which I'll show you right now, is when the device lags. Coming to the video playback capabilities, the MKV files, only the video was recognized, not the audio. AVI files were not recognized at all. It was the MP4 files that run really well. Now, as you can see, as and when we change the orientation of the tablet, there is a very heavy pause that happens every time, and this of course takes away from the experience. If you do a lot of more multitasking in the background and try to control the video player in the front, you'll see the stutter, and the performance does take a little bit of a hit, but that's alright, I guess. So to conclude, we'd like to say that the Asus Fonepad 7 is a good tablet. The calling capabilities are slightly subpar, the earpiece is softer than we'd like, the user interface is interesting, and if you have a budget of about 17,000 rupees, you can consider the Asus Fonepad 7 along with the Samsung Galaxy Tab. Your preference will of course be based on whichever user interface you prefer.